And I'm going to do some of the desensitizing with the saddle, moving this up and down. Let's see there that she gets tense, but I'm gonna say let's break that tension. Let's break that tension by being casual, being done. If she gets to, if she was one of the, like, for the first time that I do this, and they start like moving, I'm stopping her. I stop everything. See, I'm not, like, one of the things that horsemanship tells you is like, don't stop until they relax, because you're gonna teach him to just reward that they're panicking, you know. But why do you have to be panicky to learn something?
Right.
So, and it's like if I'm afraid of spiders, oh, I'm gonna put you in this room full of spiders and blah. Well, that, you know, maybe I come out like you know, cure or something, but the moment that I got in, if I have that fear, is unnecessary. So don't put those horses to this, and they are like, wow, and the wide eye, all that stuff is not, that's unnecessary. Like so you will see. This is something that I like to see, these reactions. I'm not being so casual about it, but I'm also not shovel it in your face.
Right.
You, my job for her, and that she accept me, is as a guider. So I have to guide her to that panicky thing. Wow, nobody has done that like that hard. And then if you notice my body, that's what the importance of doing all this at the beginning, like stopping here, you know, because I show her my mastering my space, that I'm in control of me, not her. Okay? Because you see, I'm not bumping the head. I'm not set. I might hold it a little bit and then stop her, and we go to a pause. Okay? So all this has to come out before I ride, because all this tension is not gonna help. Okay?
Yep.
So whatever it takes for me to say, hey, can I pay you right there? Can I pay you right there? See, every time I did it, whoop, I stop her. Say, boom. I can, you see, you're being accepting me. I'm not gonna make you uncomfortable. I'm not gonna jerk your head. I stop you, and then we start all over again. And we move on a little bit. I do it until I can see a little bit of the concept done, and then we start walking like this, because that's, to me, is what a leader is. Very good. Good job, girl. Good will do it right now that she stands still, and then I will do it when I ask her to move, because you have to desensitize in both. Standing still, she accepted right here. Standing still, she accepted that I pet her butt over here. Okay? So standing still, she's getting pretty good. When we are going, she feels a little bit uncertain and unsure. Until I want her head to be low, but I'm not gonna force it down. I'm not gonna be here forcing it down and then applying that thing. Eventually it goes by itself. The more I do this, and then I ask her to go forward, I make this little noise in the head, in the saddle. Her head if she relaxed, she's gonna drop that head. Right now, she's like, oh, oh, oh. She stands. So repetition is gonna create that head to comes down. See, when I started to do this, the head was really high. Yeah. Now it's coming down because she's saying it's fine. David is fine. David is the same guy through all this. See, he's not shoveling in my head. He's being cautious on stopping me and say, wait, let's take a moment. This might be scary, but I have the reins here. Do you trust me? Because that's the important thing, and that's what the energy at the beginning gives you, trust. Because you see, you don't have tools. Your tools is your movements. Your tools is your grounding. Your tools is you being a warrior, poet, king. That's when she said, you know what? This is scary, but look at David. He's not. And he is not jerking me. Right. He's respecting me, and he's not. Every time that I feel like he just stops and say, "Hey, wait, let's do it again and again and again and again." A little bit faster, I'm gonna stop it. Okay, but if you notice my body language, it was never it's like I'm not. Every time that one of the archetypes comes out of me, since I've been working on myself, okay, I'm very self-aware of who I am. So that will never change. I will change a lot of approaches to try, but those approaches are aligned with my principles. I'm not gonna try an approach that, okay, she's not standing still and I'm gonna hobble her. No, because it doesn't go with me. Right. I don't like them to feel that, okay, I put you in that room with spiders. See, I hobble you. Yes, I'm gonna, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna guide her to a restriction. I'm gonna restrict one hand. Okay, but I think it's unnecessary. All right, and it's my opinion. You know, everybody has his opinion. I'm not saying, oh my God, you have to do it the way I do. No, but in the matter of building yourself and creating this in your mind, like I have created, that my the poet talks to the warrior and say, no, don't act yet. Okay, wait, she's getting to us. Go, step in front, stop her, because she's getting overwhelmed. Okay, so all that goes in my head when I'm working with her. Maybe you say that guy is crazy.
No, I don't think it's just a lot in your head, and so it is a lot to think about in the middle of trying to do it.
Yeah, but you see, the horse has the best teacher.
Right.
Because the horse will tell you that's too much for me.
Right.
So you have to say, wait.
Right.
I'm so like, hey, let's stop. And then the king grounds. The king is wisdom. So you gotta respond with wisdom. And when you pause, always, like in any relationship, any guy will tell you, it's better to pause. Think what you're gonna say. Words are things that you said it, you hurt somebody, and then you regret it. Because you're letting react to those emotions, the frustration, the anger, all those emotions. If you let those control yourself, that's when you're gonna be in a lot of regrets. So with the horses, I control also those emotions. I feel them. I feel scared when I'm working with a horse in a tight place. I'm been thinking like, oh, he's gonna kick me, bite me, okay? And then those are natural emotions, but they don't rule me. They don't. I'm not going in there like shaking, because I know that thinking of I'm gonna get kicked and everything, it can happen, and when it happens, I'm gonna deal with it, okay? But I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be very rooted in that. It's not gonna make me weak. My warrior in me is not to fight. The warrior that I said that I represent is not that I'm kicking everybody's ass. No, the warrior is to get that inner strength, inner growth of power, and for the horses, when you learn how to project it, it's like they feel safe because somebody has that in a leader. They are a hierarchy. Their hierarchy is that they confide in a true leader, not the alpha horse. Okay, the alpha horse, it kicks. Nobody likes the alpha horse. Nobody wants them. Okay, they obey them. They say, oh yeah, he's gonna kick my ass. It's important that I get this wave. You see that wave of energy. But I'm gonna tell her, don't mind that energy, that up and down thing, feeling. And that's why my body has to be super calm, super relaxed, because I don't want her to get overwhelmed by it. She went a little bit, and then I didn't have to stop her because she's not like super reactive. If a horse is much reactive than that, I will stop her. So I would say all this up and down, all this throwing at you some energy. If I'm not projecting it with my chest and my body, it means nothing. So be connected with me, not with the external stimuli, okay? Because that's the difference. Look, the difference is if I'm here, okay, and I'm waving this up and down, but I want her to move faster. I raise my chest rest, my energy, total, my body is total. When I want to calm, but I want to say, okay, you know what? We can feel energy from other places. So, but kind of stay with me because I'm not afraid. I'm not causing it. I might move my up and down and put some noise, okay? But my body language, my shoulders are always low. I'm walking with calmness, okay? Chaos is to bring calmness. You always learning to calmness. And the more you add speed, every time that you add speed, the tension comes higher. So the tension in the neck, when they are going a little bit faster, it comes in. That's why I like to do it like in a low first walk, and then that I don't have tension here. You see, it's way much better than before. That I can't say, hey, can you give me only your nose? Don't give me your neck. Only your nose. Only this pole I'm breaking. Because that pole is the one that is gonna give me collection in the future. Natural collection, not forced by holding the reins or a bit. So right there, I said with the rein, hey, here, stay here, and then I'm making noise. It's not affecting her as much, and it's not that it's gonna be correct in one time. It's like so you see, I need acceptance. I'm not gonna go there and then pa 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 pa. No. So I step in front and the signal, it was already worked yesterday. The signal, she already knows this has been stopped. Okay? So So it was too much of the stirrup right now. So I'm working this, getting like right here. Maybe I can make some noise. Not because I did the other side, she's gonna be like, oh, I already lived that. And right, you gotta work the right side and the left side, okay? And then I work it, and I correct it the same way both sides. Rib case and hindquarters. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap myself and I said, hey, I'm touching you and I'm asking her to go forward. So that's what the importance of moving this up and down like this, because if I don't show it from here and she's not used to it, if I tell her, she's gonna be like, what the hell? Like she was at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, now I got right here that I can touch that shoulder and say, hey, can we go a little bit closer to the fence there? Okay. But I'm touching it here. Can you go around my leg, around my leg, around my leg? Oh, can you disengage the hindquarters? Okay, so she's not as reactive as she was before, so I need to work a little bit more on it. Okay, so right here, the rib cage, I hold the rein a little bit, so she goes with this feeling. There, there, very good. Then I go forward again. Put the little pressure here. Go around the leg. So I want to make sure, like, you see, she went into that fast go. So I'm not gonna freak out. I'm just gonna say, hey, can we go, like, you go around this leg, and you can give me that nose. I can hold them both back, and I'm gonna get you to a stop. I'm gonna wait for you. Just kind of give that nose. See, she is like right there. So I'm gonna massage it a little bit. Massage it a little bit. Okay. So she went again. Immediately I activated the rain again. Then I start with this one. I start to say, hey, can you hold on? I see deep in my pockets. I see deep. Okay. I already work on this.
Dani could care less.
Okay, out. I see deep. I see deep. I see deep.
You won't be getting into it.
So you see, I gotta work in that tension. Not too much with the outside rain, but the inside rain. I like from the ground when I started it. She was like, okay, now that's how she starts. So it's not for me to tell her. See, I gonna give her freedom to live a little bit, um, um, like in a walk. All right. So I'm gonna massage this rain and say, hey, remember that right now she's not giving me that nose. She started to give me now with softness. So my asking is soft too. All right. If that she stop on her own. There you go. That she stop on her own. So she's switching in her head. Oh, I have somebody on. Let's move. And she might move beautifully and everything, but I have to guide her to this. That I have it here. I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna squeeze, and then we're gonna go forward. As soon as you try to pick up the speed, I'm gonna say here, stay here, stay here. Go around my leg, go around my leg. Here, sapo, sapo. We go straight.
That's amazing.
So I'm feeling, I'm feeling deep. And then I activate the rain. So she's gonna start having that feeling when I sit deep. She's gonna stop. not gonna do it right away because when I start doing it from the ground, you see that she didn't understand. So right here, I have the loose rein. I'm gonna be a little bit prepared. She's accelerating. I'm gonna say, no, you know what? Stay here. Stay here. Go around my leg. Go around my leg. Go around my leg. Supple that head. Supple that head. Here. 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 Then we walk off. I move to this side. This side is, she might be like more stiff. We're gonna notice that. There you go. Picking up, picking up. I'm not gonna freak out. I'm not gonna reach down for the head, for the thing, because I'm gonna add wood to the fire. Okay? I'm just gonna maintain my cool, maintain my balance on her balance. Okay? And just say, hey, can you give me that nose? Can you give me that nose? You see how I slow her down by redirecting her. She stopped on her own. I'm gonna let her be right here. So right now I will work one rein at a time. Okay? That I call that nose and she somewhat give it to me. Alright? Right there she's stiff. So I'm gonna keep going in a circle. This knees is a little bit not like that. I'm putting my pelvis this way, so I'm riding that roundness and her balance. I'm not going this way. I'm pretending that I'm a bucket of water. If I go like this, I'm spilling the water. Okay? So when you put that in your mind, it's all mindset. It's all what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is always being conscious of that. If I lean and spill the water, she's gonna feel, you see, more rush, more like, oh my God. So if I maintain myself a little bit and then I play with the rein only, one rein. I'm not gonna do a one rein stop, so I don't need it. I'm working on that sheet from the ground. I work that when I touch that nose, it means to slow down. So it's not perfect, but it's a little bit better. No? But she's picking up. You know, and then you might say, no, but she's not rushing it. But if you don't correct her, how is she gonna learn? If you don't pass a little bit more, she can be more unworried. She can be totally relaxed. Totally, she's not. Right there, she's starting. You see how she started the head down. This is important. She's picking up a speed. I'm gonna say, wait. I'm not gonna stop her, but I'm gonna say, hey, can we slow down a little bit? And the more I do this, she's getting suppler and supple. Okay, that I can move that nose side to side like this. So I can influence her, can be an influence on her to not being so programmed to go fast. Right there, I'm gonna wait for her to calm down. If she's getting too much, I'm gonna sit deep and hold it with the outside rein and then say, let's stop. So I'm not gonna be like super. Oh my God, she has to be. I know she can go slower than that, but right now it's an acceptance. Okay, she accepting me as a guider. I'm accepting her that yeah, she moves a little bit more marching. Okay, but if I have to be like as soon as I feel that she's gonna pick up and be accelerated, I'm gonna redirect her to a little circle right there. See, before she start going 60, you see, that's like very important. And to stop, I'm holding the hair, boom, and then I give it the whole thing to her. So the thing is here. This is what is gonna be important for you. Okay, you let her go wherever she wants. Okay, sometimes you correct that nose and you say, hey, can we go right here? Okay, and then you give the reins back to her. But as soon as she starts going like this, like way, she starts to pick up a little bit. Influence her to say, hey, can you soften on my hand? Can you soften? And then when you feel it, walk off. Okay? Right there, she's picking up again. Boom, boom, boom.
Head's down now.
If I feel intense, I don't walk off. I walk off when I feel like somewhat an intention there, right there. The more I do it, the more she's gonna crave it. She's stopping right there, I squeeze in. Picking up. This is by the fence. Said, oh, I know this. I'm gonna take it real soft here. Gonna weigh here.